My name is Emily Adams BODE, and I am the founder and CEO of the menswear brand BODE. BODE is a brand that is founded on the preservation of craft and historical techniques. And my goal as a designer is to preserve not just the culture that I was raised with, but the cultures that have shaped, my life and the lives around me. This collection is inspired by the narrative of a close friend of mine, Benjamin Bloomstein, and he is someone who had a really magical but kind of avant-garde childhood education. This collection explores this idea of culture and this idea of histories being reused and retold in new fabrications, but it also has quite a boyish and childlike narrative to it. This is an example of a turn-of-the-century pennant quilt. And then this is the piece that we reproduced in India, and our studio team hand illustrated all of these really beautiful landmarks in New York. I think it's really important that the idea of sustainability follows you through your supply chain. So from original concept to, who you work with from the manufacturing side to the kinds of fabrics that you utilize within your production. The reason why we like using wool, and specifically merino wool, is that it's naturally biodegradable and recyclable. It's also a renewable fiber. Sheep grow it yearly, and it's also just incredibly soft. Being in New York, it's really wonderful to partner with a factory that you can work with along every step of the manufacturing process, from development and sampling through to production. Our knitting factory here is actually a women-owned and run factory in Brooklyn. The wool that we're knitting here is a Woolmark certified wool, and it's extremely soft. We made it into kind of like this multicolor paisley fabric that we created track jackets and rugby shorts and trousers from. Our trouser factory was founded in Brooklyn in 1925. We produce hundreds of trousers a year, and it's amazing to be able to grow and learn alongside a factory that's also growing, and changing in what they're focusing on at any given season. Clothing at its best is wearable. So, although it seems counterintuitive to think about antique textiles as being, hyper wearable, I've always wanted to make clothing that people could really live in and feel comfortable in, and could allow people to kind of shape their own understanding of aesthetics and shape their own kind of domestic space and help them create a world that they live in. I think I'm forever indebted to the people that came before, and that's why I feel like such a strong impulse to celebrate those histories and celebrate those cultures.